Oh my goodness.
They're in there?
So lots of it. And how do you get them back inside there?
They come themselves.
They go
very
themselves.
easy.
In the night time.
They're so excited.
They're drinking water, playing, waking up.
This is a bumblebee, guys. So this is a pollinator.
Yeah.
And what we are doing is we are pollinizing because we are taking the flower from a tree.
I never saw, like, we have bumblebee UK, but not orange and white like
Oh,
that.
this is a huge bumblebee over here in this part of the
Yeah,
world.
beautiful.
Yeah, and it's a very good pollinator, by the way.
Yeah.
Very good.
You can see already it's doing its work. Amazing. That was an interesting experience. So we're collecting shio. I think she's digging a little bed for herself, no?
Okay, guys, so this is the plum that I was talking about. This is the Shiro plum. This is going to be the pollinizer for us. There are pollinators. What are pollinators?
Bees.
Bees.
Yeah.
And then there are pollinizers. What are pollinizers? Trees themselves. Okay, flowers themselves. So this is a pollinizer called the Shiro. And why are we doing this cumbersome business of sort of manually pollinating the flowers? We are doing this because we did not plant the plum trees along with the pollinizer.
Yeah.
Remedied it. How did we remediate?
With the grafting
Absolutely.
of the new branch, the Shiro branch on the Santa Rosa
Right.
and other variety.
Yeah, so
plants.
we have remedied it in the sense we grafted it only this year, which means that it's going to take a couple of years for it to branch out
Yes.
and produce all these flowers so that we don't have to come year after year, pick these flowers and do hand pollination. So this is the way you're going to pick it,
Yeah.
right at the bottom, so that you get the stalk as well, because you're going to hold the stalk and go like this. Okay, so this is the flower that you need to pick of the Shiro. Now you obviously look for the full blossoms.
Yes.
Okay, like these ones, open blossoms, like
Open.
this one over here, this one over here, this one. Take out this one, for example.
Like fully open.
Take it, this one
Yeah.
will work, this one will work, this one will work. We got plenty. So
Let's
you
do
want to
it.
pick
Uh-huh.
just the open flowers only, okay, like this. Yeah,
And we save the buds so they come through later with.
this one, yeah. Here you go, like that.
Okay, amazing. Awesome. Well, here even, look.
Yep, there's mine.
So many here.
Mother makes the good work.
Any more?
No. I'll hold.
Sure? To work out.
So what you'll do is we'll, I think, make do with what we have right now. We'll keep coming back to this tree. You remember this tree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's all. So let's start.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Pollinize some trees.
Okay, so we're going to start with this plum over here. And this variety over here is called Early Queen.
Early queen.
It's called
okay.
Early Queen. Early Queen because it's an early bearer.
Ah, I see.
Alright?
Mm-hmm.
So what you need to do is, just like the bumblebee you saw down there pollinating the flowers, you're going to be my bumblebees today.
Okay.
Both of you. Alright?
Yes.
So hold it by the stalk over here like that. And just come to the tree and just go like this. See? Okay, hold it like this, and then go like this, like this,
On
like
each
this.
flower.
Okay, just rub it against the flowers. Okay, there's quite a bunch over here. Only focus on the full blossoms.
Okay.
Okay, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, it's an approximate. You need to pollinate 20 to 25 flowers with one
One flower.
flower, and then you can throw it.
Okay,
It's done its job.
perfect.
Okay, and then pick another flower.
Okay.
That's the way to go about it. You want to give it a try now? This branch is already done by me. You want to try this one over here?
Okay.
I'll start here.
Some flowers for you.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Thank you. So when I'm pollinizing here, does it matter if some of the flowers on the tree, the petal goes out?
If they go out, not a problem, but don't intentionally take them
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm being very gentle and they're going.
That's why, because they need to
Yeah.
fall. There's going to be
Okay.
petal fall eventually. Petals need to fall eventually,
I'll
right?
just be as gentle as possible.
Remember, you wait as much as a bee waits. You need to act like a bumblebee.
Absolutely, well said.
Nice and tender.
You pretend that you're a bee,
Just going like.
flitting from flower to flower.
We're doing the bees' work.
You are the bumblebees today.
Yeah.
Just remember that. I'll remember you by the plums I pick over here one day.
Yeah. True. That's nice. It's pretty cool that we are basically creating plums right now. Right, babe? This is the graft from the Shiro tree
Oh.
onto
This one over here,
this early queen species.
right? Is he right?
Yeah, it's the graft.
So okay, so we have grafted this. This was basically, this is flower coming from Shiro, and now we have grafted the Shiro sign away. This is called a sign wood. We took a branch, a little nice 1-year-old branch from that particular tree that you took the flowers from, and we have attached it over here. Now this is what grafting is. Now this is going to become a branch. This will have its own flowers, and we won't have to do what you're doing today. We're doing this because we don't have any pollinizer over here. We have created a pollinizer over here. It's got a different genetic trait from this particular tree.
And the plastic, you remove it after you think it's ready?
Yeah. We have to remove it after a couple of months. It's going to be ready. It's going to become part of the plant, this one. It's going to become bigger. Next year, hopefully, it's going to be producing flowers like this.
Will it be bees or the wind or how?
Oh, it's the bees then. Then we'll require the bees. Right now, we are the bees. You and Nicole are the bees today because we don't have a pollinizer. Once the
Yes.
pollinizer is there, we'll just need the pollinators then. Okay, we don't need to do the work that we're doing right now because we don't have these flowers anywhere. This will bear the flowers then, right?
I see.
Yeah.
So the bees don't know to bring their pollen from all the way over there to here. So we
Come
have
on.
to add the flowers.
It's too far away, no?
Yeah,
That's why-
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
the Shiro
leaving
tree is
us-
very far away, so that's why we have to introduce a graft over here.
Yeah.
The graft of a Shiro tree, so that we have the flowers over here, and it's facing the south. The bees want to come sit on a bright branch, sit over here on the flowers, and it pollinate the entire tree.
And this is part of permaculture, or this is just kind of like general kind of.
This is
Gardening
science.
and farming.
Permaculture is just a method of farming. What you need to follow, I think what we need to follow is science. I'm not interested in following any kind of methods if they don't follow science. Permaculture has to follow science, not the other way around.
For sure.
So now you can appreciate the bees.
Yeah, this is what the bees are doing every day. How many plums do you think this tree will yield?
It all depends on you, my friend.
Really? Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Now I feel
You are the
under
bees.
and now I feel under pressure.
Wait, but after this, the bees will come as well too.
Okay, now let me explain it to you again. This is a flower. Whatever you're doing over here is you are working like the bees. Why do you need the bees then? What you need is a pollinizer. You need two things for pollination. Those are pollinizers, which are the separate trees with a different genetic trait. And we've got the flowers of those in the bowls over here. And you need the bees. Alright? So you already done that. You're doing the job of the bees by doing this yourself, and you have the pollinizer in your hand. Right?
Yeah.
Pollinizer is with you,
Yeah.
and you're working like the bee. Both jobs done.
And we're doing this because there's no bees around.
Because
So you're not understood.
we're doing the job of the bees because the
There's no
tree
bees.
that can fertilize this tree and create a good fruit yield, right? A good yield of plums for this year from this tree can't fertilize itself, right?
We're mating it.
We're basically fertilizing this tree so it produces a great yield in the season, right? Whereas the bees can't do that because right now they could, but right now the tree is all the way down there. How are they supposed to know, oh, I need to bring the pollen? They don't know. They just
They're
do
too
their
far
thing.
away.
Yeah,
They're
it's
too far out. So that's why we
Exactly.
got the flowers from that particular tree. You've taken the flowers and you are functioning like the bee. We've got two things. We needed two things. The pollinizer. This is the pollinizer. You got it from that tree, right? And we need the pollinators. What are pollinators? The bees. You are working like the bee.
Yes.
Today you are the bee. Why do we need the bee then?
Yeah, again.
If you don't get it, you can ask me again. Not a problem.
What's not computing in your head?
No, I understood.
You understood?
now.
Is it why we're doing it, or what's the question?
The questions are many. I guess
Tell
it'll
me.
take
Oh.
me a couple of days.
Some of these would be pollinated naturally, but if we want to actually have a good harvest, right, and maximize the amount of fruit we get from each tree and the resources with, like water and space that we're using, then we need to make sure we pollinize every flower as best we can, because then it means the yield will be a lot higher, right, than if we were to just leave it up to chance or Mother Nature in this situation.
And these are all very different varieties. This is a different variety, by the way, of plums. All plums are different varieties. This one is called Pink Jewel. It's a very big plum.
Nice.
I thought there was only Japanese and.
Okay,
for
Japanese is
California.
like an umbrella term for a lot of
Okay.
different varieties of plums.
Okay.
It maybe just means it's native,
Subcategories.
naturally native to Japan, right?
You can also do this.
Yeah, as long as you're
Instead
brushing the
of
pollen
this.
against the flower, it's
If
fine.
it's too
As long as you're not
small-
hurting the flower.
Yeah.
That's it. See, over here again we have a graft. Okay, just to explain this to you again, Nicole. Now this has come from the tree which is bearing us these flowers. Now next year this will have its own flowers of this variety. I have taken a sign or a cutting from that particular tree and attached it to this tree. What is going to happen is this particular branch is going to become that particular tree, and it's going to bear these flowers that we have picked. Understood?
Yeah.
And what will we require next year? We'll require one agent.
Bees.
Bees.
Bees will require, because we are not coming in and doing this ourselves. We'll require the bees.
Okay.
This year we are doing both. We are getting the pollinizer as well as we are becoming the bees.
Okay.
Got it now?
Yes. Thank you.
Welcome.
So basically, you're just creating a mini version of that tree to grow on here.
Absolutely. That's what a graft is.
Yeah.
Graft.
I guess eventually, like once this tree, you're kind of tricking this tree into thinking that is part of
That's part of its limbs.
yeah.
So it's going to give all the carbohydrates, all the
Yeah.
nutrients to this
to
particular
this,
branch as
even
well.
though it's from a different
It's from a
species,
different
different
tree.
tree.
Yes, it's part of the branch because you have attached it to it.
Mm,
Okay, so it's basically part of it. The tissues are attached.
Yeah.
And that's what a successful graft is going to do.
Wow.
If it's a successful graft, it's going to be attached in a way that it's going to give everything to the graft and make it that particular tree that we have got the graft from.
Wow.
Okay.
And so this is like time consuming. We have time on hand and it's fun activity for us. But every year if we have to come and do it, it's going to be crazy, right? And you got a big orchard over here of plums. This year we can do it as an experiment. And because we are desperate perhaps, because we have got no other option. Our graft is very small. So, but next year we want the bees to do the job for us.
Yeah.
And we can focus on other things.
Yeah, because I can imagine this would take a lot of time.
See,
To do
you're
this
going
with
from flower to flower. You're working like the bee here,
Yeah, yeah.
right? It's time consuming, isn't it?
And the base is white paint
Okay, why is white paint?
for bags not count.
No. You tell me, any idea? Why? Which is, you can answer a question perhaps?
I mean, actually, I've never seen this done, but my assumption maybe would be something to do with like water.
No, nothing to do with all of
absorption.
that. In
Okay.
winters, there are no leaves over here. It's dormant. Okay, there are no flowers, there are no leaves at all. So this is to prevent something called sun scalding. What's going to happen is the tree in the daytime is going to understand that it's warm, okay, and its tissues are going to get activated. But in the night time, the temperatures are going to go below freezing, and all that system that has been activated inside is going to freeze up.
If you freeze a glass Coca-Cola, right, it's going to explode in the fridge because the pressure becomes more.
Nicole, you understood the analogy he gave you?
I haven't understood completely, if I'm gonna be honest.
Basically-
like we paint it white so that it doesn't get overheated from the winter sun. Meanwhile, it's freezing right now, but it can be sunny. So if it gets too hot and then too
Give her the
cold,
analogy of the fridge that you...
Basically,
wait, if it gets too cold and then too hot and then too cold, it can crack open the trunk. Is that
yeah,
it?
essentially, because
Okay.
when it's hot, the tree starts to transport water and bring a lot of moisture into the trunk. And then when the sun sets, immediately it's going to be going down to like minus something. So it's like when you put a Coca-Cola in a glass bottle in the freezer or a beer, it's going to explode,
Yeah,
right?
it
The
explodes.
glass cracks, and so it's the same for the tree trunk. All this water is going to freeze, expand, and start some cracks.
That's
So
a very
that's- yeah.
lovely analogy.
Thank you. So that's why they paint white, to try and prevent
You
that.
just reflect the sun.
Yeah.
So the sun is going to get reflected off because it's not going to sort of absorb all the heat. White, anything white is obviously going to reflect the sun off, right? So that's why the white paint over here. Yeah, but his analogy was the best. That was the way to understand it.
Yes.
Okay, we can go to the next tree then.
Yes.
Yeah.
My idea of having a farm in the future is that whatever fruit I try, and I like its flavor, I keep the seeds, and then in the future when we find land, we plant it. And yeah, not all, like many seeds of the same thing, so it has more chances to become a tree.
So what you're really saying is that you're going to have that seed that you're from a fruit that you've eaten. Say you've eaten a plum, and you have that stone, and you're going to sow it in the ground,
Yeah.
and you're going to get a plum tree. That-
It'll take years,
But it won't become a plum tree until you graft it with a variety of your choice. It will become a plum, but it'll just be the root. It'll be a seedling. On top of that, you need to graft. Every tree that you have over here is grafted.
So you graft.
You cannot get
what do you
things from the
graft
seed.
What
onto
does that
it?
mean?
And from another plum tree.
You need to get a rootstock. It's called a rootstock. All these are on a rootstock. So what I need to buy first is a rootstock. Like this is a plum tree. I need to get a plum rootstock. This is a cherry tree. I need to get a cherry rootstock. All of these are growing on rootstocks, my friend.
Okay.
What is a rootstock?
Rootstock is a mother plant. Think of it as a mother plant. And on top of that mother plant, you have to graft. Like for example, I've got a plum. Okay, and I let it grow. It will not bear me any plums until I take a sign from here. Like I've taken the sign of that particular tree, and I'll graft it on top of that, like this. I graft it, and then it will become a plum tree. Otherwise, it will become something else.
Okay.
It's not true to type. An apple seed you put into the ground is not going to produce you an apple automatically until you graft it with a variety of your choice. If you want Granny Smith, you have Granny Smiths in England, right, where you are from.
Yeah.
If you want Granny Smiths, you have to get a particular sign, a particular cutting from a tree and graft it on top of that rootstock, my friend.
Okay. So if you want to have that specific species, you need to take action essentially.
You have to take
Yeah.
action. Everything is manipulation. Nothing is natural in farming.
Yeah, yeah.
Please understand that.
And you do that in the sapling stage, right?
You do
Right
it in
at
the sapling
beginning.
stage when it's very small. These are all grafted.
Yeah.
And how do you know this is grafted? Look at this. There's a little bit of a bottleneck over there. You can see a constriction.
Yeah, yeah. I see that. You see where it bulges out?
Yeah, it bulges out a
Yeah.
little. So where it bulges out, that's where the graft union was once upon a time. That's
that
how we know
was-
it's grafted.
What, 5 years?
Maybe 5 years.
5
yeah.
years ago?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Amazing. Okay, I think this tree's done, huh?
You can go maybe further along.
Yeah.
Over here. There are
Do a
couple of them
and
more.
then we'll loop back round and
Yeah,
start again.
absolutely.
I'll go the other side. And it smells beautiful. You can smell it? Very fragrant. Full of bloom. Fresh bloom.
So now we go between these two rows.
Yeah, good idea. The ducks are hiding in